Well, the sea was calm this Saltburn night. The moon loomed low twin lemon clouds. The shore was gold, its shingle whispered to the gentle breeze a romantic shroud. The shimmering sea, the lapping tide, reflections of its iridescent light. A silhouetted couple slowly glide over sandy beach, their gilded stage tonight. Seashells, sand and white roses, the Victorian pier and the cliff top right to town. Marine Parade historically exposes a 160-year-old gown. Hand in hand the night caressed them with velvet sky and perfumed air. Ebony shadows in the sunset, locked as one without a care. Returning gulls are calling home, and to the narrow ledge they glide their way, as Huncliffe's curtain proudly draws its twilight on another perfect day. Seashells, sand and white roses, the Victorian pier and the cliff top right to town. Marine Parade historically exposes a 160-year-old gown. Now the sea round about becomes silent and still, the grey midnight mist descends down. Their breath tease each other in fanciful tones, they kiss as they melt into one. The love is promised on the shore, perfect as they blend upon the strand. A carefree night brings on the dawn, as parting footprints vanish in the sand. Seashells, sand and white roses, the Victorian pier and the cliff top right to town. Marine Parade historically exposes a 160-year-old gown. Now the terrace streets at dawn stand to attention, their jewels blessed within the monarch's crown. Its skyline true with spire and steeple is set from railway steam and Quaker's frown. Smuggler's dreams beyond the scar tells the tale by Zetland's Crescent Drive. The Devil's Elbow to the shore helps open by the sea remain alive. Seashells, sand and white roses, the Victorian pier and the cliff top right to town. Marine Parade historically exposes a 160-year-old gown. Seashells, sand and white roses, Victorian pier and the cliff top right to town. Marine Parade historically exposes a 160-year-old gown.
Storm clouds to the lee, there's a dark and rolling sea, but for too soon 'neath the dark-eyed moon. She will set me free, for I am a sailor home, home from the raging foam. And now the sea has done with me, no longer will I roam. There's been many a night gone by, when all alone I'd lie, and dreaming in and the things we do, that fate would us deny. For I am a sailor home, home from the raging foam. And now the sea has done with me, no longer will I roam. I'll watch the sun sink low, and the idle talk will flow, and me friends and me, well, we'll disagree, but laughing we'll row home. For I am a sailor home, home from the raging foam. And now the sea has done with me, no longer will I roam. I've sailed the oceans round, from Frisco to Plymouth Sound, but me time is done, me race is run, and I am homeward bound. For I am a sailor home, home from the raging foam. And now the sea has done with me, no longer will I roam. I've a cottage by the shore, and I'll not do much more than watch the sea that still calls to me, with the girl I do adore. For I am a sailor home, home from the raging foam. And now the sea has done with me, no longer will I roam. And now the sea has done with me, no longer will I roam.
Hi there. We've got a song inspired by a lady called Jenny Finch, who did a talk about Mrs. Billington, who was a landlady, well, a very unofficial landlady who sublet illegally in the 1890s. So, yeah, Mrs. Billington. Mrs. Billington, how do you make ends meet? Mrs. Billington, with your son on Garnet Street. Mrs. Billington, why do you rent houses too? Is it just for the sea view? Mrs. Billington, who are all these workmen? Leave each morning and in the eve return again. The surveyor made a midnight call to catch you with your lodgers all. Oh, Mrs. Billington, unlicensed landlady. Mrs. Billington dodges officiality. Mrs. Billington got away tax-free. Oh, Mrs. B, When the police came, you were gone, Mrs. B. With your lodgers and your son, Mrs. B. Where is the fireplace and all the doorknobs in this rented space, Mrs. Billington? Unlicensed landlady, Mrs. Billington. Dodges officiality, Mrs. Billington. Got away tax-free. Oh, Mrs. B. Now off Commercial Street, Mrs. B. How do you make ends meet, Mrs. B? With your shop on alleyway, you're still an unlicensed landlady. Oh, Mrs. Billington. Unlicensed landlady, Mrs. Billington. Dodges officiality, Mrs. Billington. Got away tax-free. She got away tax-free.
I have come to say goodbye, Dolly Gray. It's no use to ask me why, Dolly Gray. There's a murmur in the air, you can hear it everywhere. It's the time to do and dare, Dolly Gray. Don't you hear the tramp of feet, Dolly Gray, sounding through the village street, Dolly Gray? 'Tis the tramp of soldiers' feet in their uniform so neat. I must say goodbye to you, Dolly Gray. Goodbye, Dolly, I must leave you, though it breaks my heart to go. Something tells me I am needed at the front to fight the foe. See, the soldier boys are marching, and I can no longer stay. Hark, I hear the bugle calling, goodbye, Dolly Gray. Hear the rolling of the drums, Dolly Gray. Back from war the regiment comes, Dolly Gray. On your lovely face so fair, I can see a look of fear, for your soldier boy's not there, Dolly Gray. For the one you love so well, Dolly Gray, in the midst of battle fell, Dolly Gray. With his face towards the foe, as he died he murmured low, I must say goodbye and go, Dolly Gray. Goodbye, darling, I must leave you, though it breaks my heart to go. Something tells me I am needed at the front to fight the foe. See, the soldier boys are marching, and I can no longer stay. Hark, I hear the bugle calling. Goodbye, Dolly Gray. Hark, I hear the bugle calling. Goodbye, Dolly Gray.
Sea call, hear the man call. If we goes and buys a bag, we'll have nought left at all. For we need a few shillings to buy bread and meat. And if we must go hungry, at least we'll have heat. Who'll buy, hear the man cry. Just a few shillings for the finest of fuel. Come stoke up your fire now, for the weather is cruel. It's a cold place in winter, is old Hartlepool. See him at the end of the road. If we don't go and buy quickly, it all will be sold. I can see by his wagon that small is his load. And if we must go hungry, we needn't go cold. Sea call.
The words are from a contemporary poem written in 1916 by C. Fox Smith, later put to music by Sarah Morgan. Behind a trench in Flanders, the sun was dropping low. With tramp and chink and jingle, I heard the gun teams go. And something seemed to remind me, dreaming as I lay, of my old Hampshire village at the quiet end of day. And it's home, lads, home, all among the corn and clover. Home, lads, home, when the working day is over. For there's rest for horse and man, when the longest day is done. And they'll all go home together at the setting of the sun. Round thatch and gardens blooming with lily and with rose, and the cool shining river so quiet as it flows. Wide fields of oats and barley, and the elderflower like foam, and the sky all gold with sunset, and the horses going home. And it's home, lads, home, all among the corn and clover. Home, lads, home, when the working day is over. For there's rest for horse and man, when the longest day is done. And they'll all go home together at the setting of the sun. Oh, captive, prince, and blossom, I see them still the same, with tasselled ear caps nodding along a country lane. There's a bird somewhere calling, and swallows flying low, and the lads all sitting sideways and singing as they go. And it's home, lads, home, all among the corn and clover. Home, lads, home, when the working day is over. For there's rest for horse and man when the longest day is done, and they'll all go home together at the setting of the sun. Dead lads and shadowy horses, I see them still the same. I see them and I know them, and I call them each by name. There's Dick, who died at Quincy, and Prince beside the guns, on that red road of glory, a mile or two from Mons. And it's home, lads, home, all among the corn and clover. Home, lads, home, when the working day is over. For there's rest for horse and man when the longest day is done, and they'll all go home together at the setting of the sun.
Hi there, here's a song that was written by Vin Garbett. It tells the story of a ship that was coming out of Tees Bay, lost a container over the side. The container split open on the rocks and deposited designer clothes all the way from Redcar down to Runswick Bay. So it's a little bit, as Vin described it himself, it's like whiskey galore but with kids' underpants. And anyway, the song's called Fell Off the Back of a Boat. There were t-shirts for the husband, sweatshirts for the wife, and every kid in Skinning Grove has underwear for life. In Loftus near Saltburn, one wintry windy day, a vessel bound for Amsterdam was sailing round Tees Bay. Bedecked with fine designer clothes, she soon became a joke. The string holding the cargo down got damp, then it broke. There were t-shirts for the husband, sweatshirts for the wife, and every kid in Skinning Grove has underwear for life. A great big steel container got washed over the side. It hit the rocks off Hummersea that smashed it open wide. The treasure it was holding was spewed into the brine. Some of it washed out to sea, but most of it's now mine. There were t-shirts for the husband, sweatshirts for the wife, and every kid in Skinning Grove has underwear for life. Well, Clark's run out of torches, bin bags, batteries too. There were gypsies selling clothes pegs, charging 15 quid for two. A policeman in a soggy suit upholding England's laws. He said, this sweatshirt's killing me, a fiver and it's yours. There were t-shirts for the husband, sweatshirts for the wife, and every kid in Skinning Grove has underwear for life. Well, poor Mrs. Tabner, she nearly missed the boat. She sent her husband down to see if aught was left afloat. He said he found a basking shark, I think that's what he said, and the fight to get the sweatshirt off it left it basking dead. There were t-shirts for the husband, sweatshirts for the wife, and every kid in Skinning Grove has underwear for life. A helicopter gunship was sent from Lehman Bar to try and thwart the beachcombers that came from near and far. But the crew fell to temptation, to avarice did bow. They were last seen dragging bin bags past the pub in Carlinhow. There were t-shirts for the husband, sweatshirts for the wife, and every kid in Skinning Grove has underwear for life. Well, 5,000 washer dryers just managed with the glut, but I have to write by candlelight 'cause there's a power cut. So next time you spell the ocean at a distant car boot sail, remember the good ship Concord when the string snapped in the gale. There were t-shirts for the husband, sweatshirts for the wife, and every kid in Skinning Grove has underwear for life. There were t-shirts for the husband, sweatshirts for the wife, and every kid in Skinning Grove has underwear for life.
It's something that I do almost every day, something I do to keep the blues away. I feel so grateful to live in this town with a prom on my doorstep. I never get down, walking the prom, walking the prom, walking the prom, walking the prom. People with their dogs like to say hello. Joggers have a purpose and some place to go. I find a seat and I look out to sea. There is no other place that I would rather be than walking the prom, walking the prom, walking the prom, walking the prom. Ships on the horizon, cows over the hill. The mills, they keep turning till the wind is still. The moon comes up as the sun goes down, and waves keep lapping on the shores of this town. Walking the prom, walking the prom, walking the prom, walking the prom. Gulls and the surfers and the kids on the beach, it's like a little bit of heaven and it's all within reach. On a Monday night, if you wander this way, you could even hear a song come from a window bay. Walking the prom, walking the prom, walking the prom, walking the prom. Something that I do almost every day.